ZENDIKAR Rising has arrived, everybody, and it's only been about an hour or so, and I'm pretty sure we just broke the meta. So cue the intro and let's get into it. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another YouTube video today. Today's video, we have another Magic the Gathering Arena deck list. And today's deck list is going to be all about BOROS Winota. This is a deck that was highly touted and talked about before ZENDIKAR Rising was released because of all the new cards that were coming and the new rotation. It just was poised for a huge resurgence. So before we get into it and talk about this deck list and everything that we have in here and get into the gameplay footage, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, be sure to do so because we do post videos every single Monday. This week is going to be special because we're going to be posting videos as much as possible. I just got off work and I'm trying to get this out as fast as possible to you guys, but I'm hoping to churn out at least 3 or 4 of these before the end of the week, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos. Also, there are some links in the description like Discord, Twitter, and our Twitch when we go live every single Wednesday, so if you want to follow those links, I'd greatly appreciate it. So let's go ahead and jump right in and talk about the deck. Before we get started, this deck right here that we're about to talk about, I've already played with it. It's absolutely busted. I think we played 7 games and lost 1 or something like that, but we went really on a really strong run with this, and we lost to another tier 1 deck that I really want to explore down the road. It's going to be Dimir Rogues, but let's go ahead and talk about what we have here. So I'm sure you guys have seen something like this already. Like I said, everybody's been talking about this deck and building something like this as soon as the meta would hit. So I wanted to be one of the first ones to jump on it too and kind of make my own version of this, or I'm sure it's going to look very similar because it's pretty standard how this is going to run. But let's go ahead and start off with a unique card that I don't think a lot of people are going to be running in their decks. That's the Hellhound here. This is a 1-drop with a new ability called Landfall. Landfall means anytime I play a land on the battlefield, it's going to trigger some sort of an event. This particular event is going to give this creature a 2/2 until the end of the turn. So this is going to be a 2/3 when you attack with it on turn 2. What's great about that is it's not a human, so Winota will be triggered, and with Winota, she'll be triggering her events when non-human creatures are attacking. You're going to get to look into your top few cards of your deck for a human, put it on the battlefield tapped and attacking, and they have indestructibility. So this card alone is really busted. It's already been banned in Historic. Super great card, but just hasn't had its place yet in Standard, and I feel like it has a lot more tools now. Up next, we have 4 of Selfless Savior. Again, another non-human creature card that's going to trigger Winota, but it also has a really sweet ability of protecting all of our other creatures with its indestructibility clause. And then we have 4 Fight as Ones. This right here is tailor-made for a Winota deck because not only does it give a human and a creature indestructibility, but it also gives them 1/1 counters. So this is a really cool ambush if you're going to block something that's bigger, or if you're going to attack into creatures that are bigger, because sometimes you're going to have to attack into your creatures and hoping that you don't whiff on your Winota triggers, and so you want to keep your things alive. So this right here is a really good way to do that, where you can swing in freely and not worry too much about the consequences. Up next, we have another new card from the new ZENDIKAR Rising, the Intimidator. This card is really sweet because it's a 2-drop 3/1, which is pretty okay, but its triggered ability for its mana cost of 1 is really cool. You get to choose from 3 different triggers. You can put 1/1 counter on the creature until the end of turn. You can put a coward counter on another target creature that's blocking, and it no longer can block because cowards cannot block warriors. And then its last ability is that it will gain trample until the end of turn. Or actually target warrior, I apologize. So this card is really sweet because once you get it onto the battlefield attacking, if you have any mana open, you can make it unblockable and just destroy your opponent quickly. If you get this down on turn 2 and you don't have a turn 3 play, it's a free 3 damage. So this card is really good at getting your opponent's health down very quickly. So 4 of these is really good. It also helps hit your Winota triggers because it is a human. And then we have Shatterskull Smashing. This is a land. It's a dual card. It has a land on one side that can be shocked in for 3 life, or you can use its sorcery ability. I feel like a lot of people are going to be playing this in most of their red decks because it's a free land. Like I said, that's shockable, but why not have a free removal card, you know, tied to that as well? It's X red. You can start dealing damage, you know, depending on the X to 2 creatures divided. If you get up to 6, you can double the damage. So it's a really, really nice card. Really cool little ability there. And the fact that it's a land makes it even better. Up next, we have Skyclave, another new card. So with this card here, it works almost like a detention. When you play this card, you get to exile another creature underneath the card. We actually, here's an example. We actually got to use it during a match down the road. We exiled a robber of the rich, and because it had a 2 mana cost, once I lose the Skyclave, they don't actually get the robber of the rich back. They actually get a delusion token that has 2/2 on it because the converted mana cost was 2 of that creature. That's how this card works, and it only works on things that cost 4 or less, but it's really, really nice because it takes blockers off the field and allows you to swing in the following turn, not only with the apparition, but things like the Hellhound and our Bonecrusher Giants that we're going to talk about. And then those will trigger your Winotas. So you don't want anything in the way blocking you and getting your Winota triggers, you know, taken off. So this is a very cool card that helps you get the job done. Up next, Bonecrusher Giant, 3 of. This one, what can you say about it? It's an adventure card. It has the stomp ability for 2, and it's a big creature for 4/3. And it only costs 3 to play. And whenever it's targeted by a spell, it does 2 damage to your opponent. So as you can tell, this deck is all about aggro. So you want to try to deal as much damage as fast as possible. We already talked about Winota. This is kind of the key of the deck. And then Haktos. Haktos is a 3 of. It is a legendary, so I don't really like running 3 of, but just like Winota, we have to hit this when we pull our triggers. So we don't want to whiff on Winota, and we need something big to just end the game. So Haktos is a good way to do that. Haktos will roll a die basically, and it will become protected from a chosen mana cost of 2, 3, or 4. So most of the time, this is going to be unblockable for 6 and indestructible against most things. So it's a pretty awesome card. And then Kenrith is the topper of the deck. If we could pull one of these with our Winota triggers, then bless our souls, because this is a 5/5 and it has plenty of cool things it can do. For us in particular, we only care about the haste ability. If this is in our hand, we're going to be able to give it haste, which is nice. We could, I haven't done it yet. Again, I'm trying to get this video out as fast as possible, but you could throw in some triomes to this deck, or some dual colored lands that have red and white in it, but also mix it up with like some green or with some blue. So that way you can trigger these other things that Kenrith does. But we haven't got that far yet. We kind of, it's just kind of the ground level here. And then we have 3 Embercleaves to top it off. Embercleave is gonna, you know what Embercleave does, it smashes faces and gets the games done quickly. So 3 of those gets the job done. And then we have 10 plains, 7 mountains, 2 Castle Embereths, and 4 of the new pathways. This is another dual-sided land, red or white. You don't get to choose both, unfortunately. You just get to choose one or the other. So pretty cool card though. I really kind of like the concept of the new pathways. So that was 8 minutes. I know it was a little bit longer, but we did have a lot of new cards to cover. Let's go ahead and jump right into the gameplay footage. You guys can watch that. It's really, really cool. We did really, really well. I really think this deck can run up to Mythic no problem from Diamond. So I might actually go ahead and do that after this video is over. We'll see if I have some time, but be sure again to subscribe if you're not already subscribed to the channel. Let's get into the gameplay. And then after that, we'll come back here, talk about some things that we would change. We'll see you at the end. Peace. All right, here we go. ZENDIKAR Rising. Let's get it. I'm excited, guys. I'm excited. I just threw this deck together as fast as I possibly could to get a video out immediately because I wanted to try to be on top of it this time around. Seeing we weren't involved in the event or anything like that, I wanted to get out a video quickly. This looks like a really decent hand if I can find a Winota, but even without Winota, this isn't terrible. I'm going to try out one of these pathways. Oh, there's Winota. Let's go ahead and give the pathway a shot here. It comes in untapped, which is awesome. Gotta love to see that. The Hellhound here is sick because it has the new landfall ability where it just goes ahead and pumps itself for 2/2. which is awesome because it pairs really well with the Winota, because a 3/3 should be able to get through pretty good. Let's go ahead and Bonecrusher something this next turn. Let's go ahead and get in for 2 here because we're not going to make that trade. Let's hold up the mana though for the Bonecrusher Giant. Gotta find a white source though. Gotta find a white source so we can play. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. That's for Haktos. Winota, we already have the necessary mana. We just need 1 more land in general. So we need to find 1 more land. Be good to go. Gonna let that resolve because we don't know what our opponent's gonna play yet. Nothing. All right. Well, we don't want to waste the mana, so let's go ahead and stomp it now. Don't want the turn to go to waste. There it is. There's the land we were looking for. So do we play this now then? Yeah, that way we can play the Winota on curve. Oh, that was a mistake. I guess it doesn't matter because this doesn't have haste. So we should have played it first just to get the pump, but we couldn't attack with it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Ooh, we have a fight as 1 here, so we could actually kill this. Let's go and do that because I want as many triggers for Winota as possible. Oh, we should have had them commit on the block first. Okay, they're still gonna block. Okay, so our mistake wasn't in vain. Okay, we should have had our opponent commit to the block and then pumped it, but that's okay. All right, so we're gonna commit both the hounds here, even if they do end up dying, because Winota's gonna trigger. Whiffed? Oh no. Well, that's not good. And now with Winota, they do, if I believe they get indestructible, right? Yeah, indestructible to the end of turn. So he would have been fine being attacked. But we're looking good right now. We have 1 more trigger next turn with the Hellhound. Hopefully we don't whiff again. We could just play a Haktos outright too, which would be nice. We probably should do something about this board state though. That's actually huge. Okay. So 4, 5, 6. So I could actually trigger this. It's too late. I already messed it up, but that's fine. Sorry, I was thinking in my head here on how I wanted to do this, but all right, let's see where they block. They're probably gonna block the Hound. We could probably throw down the Embercleave and save it. We'll see. Maybe not. It's only gonna have 1 power. Let's see where they block. We're getting a little aggressive here. I can't lie, but it's all for the better. Winota's not gonna get any triggers next turn. Because Hellhound is gone. Okay, so we want to definitely kill these guys. This should save Winota if my math is correct. Beautiful. Beautiful. What did we get protection from? Anything other than 3. Nice, so we're protected. We're protected. We should be able to win this. There's no way that they're going to get their board state full enough to stop us from doing something huge here. We have a Bonecrusher too to stomp something, so we're good. We're good. Easy dub. Even though I'm sure this game was literally riddled with misplays, but we're good, baby. Game 1 is a dub. Man, can you say busted? Anytime I can play a deck and run like 2 or 3 misplays and still win, you know the deck is just busted. It's not great. It's not a great hand, but it's playable. Opponent goes first. I like the Hellhound here, but I just not 100% sure. We have a turn 1 and 2 play though, which you can't really be upset about. Oh, we're up against rogues. This is going to be a tough one. This is going to be a tough one. Hopefully we draw into a white source so I can steal something. Hopefully I can steal this Guild Enforcer, because these Guild Enforcers are really annoying once they get going. Once these things start getting some gas, like they start playing some other creatures that are rogues, it just starts stacking that mill. It's really frustrating. I'd rather our opponent steal and kill human creatures, because our non-human creatures are what's going to trigger the Winota if we pull it. So they're a little more important right now. So I'm kind of putting this out there. If they want to take care of this, that's fine. Awesome. They don't even try to attack. All right, let's go ahead and stomp this. Again, we should have played this first to get the trigger on it, but again, it doesn't matter because it cannot attack. Embercleave's looking pretty hot right now. It's coming out soon. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So one more attacker or one more land and we could throw down an Embercleave. That'd be pretty sweet. This deck is very aggressive, very quick. Just gotta find another white source though for this here, and we'll be in really good shape. This right here gives 1-0 to all other rogues, right? For as long as there's how many cards? 8 in the graveyard. Okay. How do I want to do this? Do I want to ambush him with a fight as one? I could just turn him into a coward. Let's turn it into a coward. Swing in for 3. Whoops. Actually, I suppose we could pump it too. We're not really going to need our mana for much of anything this turn, huh? Yeah, let's do that. 2 mana is really not going to be able to do us any good, because all that'll open up for us is a stomp, and with the stomp, this is not enough for the soaring thief here. We're working out the kinks of this deck as we go, just as much as you guys are, because of the new set. Just literally, it just came out like a couple hours ago, and I just got home from work, and I wanted to throw this together really quick. All right, another thief. 3 cards in the graveyard, so they're gonna need to do a little more milling here. Obviously these mill if they attack us 2 cards apiece, so that's 2-4. So they need one more turn, or they need to play something that mills us outright. Okay, that card mills on the attack as well. Everything here has flying, which is really annoying, but we're definitely the aggressor here, and we're gonna have a lot more damage to deal. We have to hit a land though. It's just, it is what it is. We gotta hit a land. Preferably a plains. I never really use this, but let me see. 18%, that's pretty good odds, I'd say. We'll take it, it's a land. It's a land. It triggers our Embercleave, so sure, let's get it. Opponent doesn't block anything here, which is kind of odd to me. All we got to do now is throw down a cowardice on as many things as we can, which only costs 1 any color. So we can do all 3 of these, and then it can get in and we win the game. This card is busted. The Intimidator is really, really good. There's all the triggers for the +1/1s. So they're bringing the heat now too, that's for sure. But if they're not going to block here, I don't see how they win the game. I'll see how they could possibly win the game. Unless they have a way to deal with the Intimidator, but I don't know if that's an on summon or what it is that they have there. Interesting. Yeah, that's not enough to do it, unfortunately, for them. Because we do have a double strike, which is essentially first strike, so we're actually going to deal this 4 damage to the Enforcer first, and it's going to kill it before it can touch me with the Death Touch. So that's GG's. But even if that wasn't the case, I have a Stomp which could kill it, or we have a Fight as 1. So we win the game. Let's get it. Guys, Winota's busted. And we didn't even play Winota this turn either. That's crazy. That's how good this deck is that it's and this Distamir rogue deck is something too that I really am excited about. I think this is a tier 1 deck as well. And it might be in our next video. Who knows? Opponent's just going to rope us here. I think I may need to put an edit here in, a time lapse, just to get this going a little bit quicker, because our opponent, I think, is a little salty about the loss, and I think they bailed on us. Don't be that guy if you're watching. All right, and we are back. Stomp this. And we might need to edit again. All right, GG's. We win the game. We get roped though. Not the best way to end it, but we'll take it. GG's. All right, well, I knew this deck was going to be fire, but I didn't know it was going to be this fire. This might be a pretty easy video to make, I hope. I hope you guys are enjoying the video so far, and hope you guys are enjoying the new ZENDIKAR. I'm loving it so far. I don't have a ton of experience yet so far, but it seems, from what I've been watching on streams and early access event, like a very fun set. So I'm excited for the future. I like it. 2 land hands scared the living heck out of me though. They really do. I'm gonna mulligan this hand, and I get an even worse hand. Okay, well, it is what it is. We'll take it. We'll drop the Hellhound turn 1, and we'll protect it with the fight as 1. Gonna have to drop the Apparition here. I really want to play this card though. Been dying to play that card, but it is what it is. I guess we could drop Haktos actually. That would be silly not to drop Haktos, because Winota's gonna trigger, and we should be able to hit a Haktos, so keep our low drop stuff in hand. See, I always tend to make the right choice if I have more than enough time to think about it, but when I'm like feeling rushed, I make terrible choices like dropping an Apparition over Haktos. Opponents really taking their time here. Guys, I am so sorry. I don't know what's going on today, but our opponents really don't want to just, you know, play. Haktos back to the bin. Hellhound, say go. Gotta hit another land. 2 lands. 3 turns to hit 2 lands. Come on. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Here's where it gets weird. This is why I hate 2 land hands. They always do this to me. I hope we don't have to take a loss here from getting mana screwed. It's the worst feeling ever. I just realized I didn't put my cool lands in the deck. Should have done that. Okay, there we go. One more time. Can we do it one more time? Preferably a white source. If that was a plains, that would have been so clutch. Not that it would have been super great. All we could have taken was the Omen of the Sea, but it would have been a double trigger for the Winota. Come on, land. Let's freaking go, baby. They have instant speed. Don't like that at all. Don't like that at all. What are they holding? I hope it's not a counter. No counter, please. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Really thought I was about to get hit with the neutralize there. I would have cried. Let's get the Haktos in there, yeah? Just really start putting the pressure on. What do we got? Cost of 3. Haktos has protection and everything but the cost of 3. And our opponent says, nah, I've seen enough. We hit our land drops. Let's go. That almost never happens. Beautiful. All right, let's go. Will we get a game 4 here? The game crashed on me a couple times now. I see that it's been crashing for a lot of people lately though today because of the new update. So good thing we got into this game. Let's get it. 1, 2, and we got a pretty good hand here. I can't be too upset with this. Wonder why we can't find more than one planes per game though. I feel like we had more planes, didn't we? I feel like we had more planes than we did mountains. We keep finding our Hellhound though, which is nice. Love the Hellhound. Love the landfall ability, you know, on all these creatures as well, man. The landfall ability is sweet. Another mountain, which doesn't really make me too excited. I'd rather see a plains, just so I know a Haktos can resolve. But the Intimidator here is such a fantastic card. If they don't remove the Intimidator off the field, the fact that I can choose one and turn it into a coward makes this card so busted, because you know, we're gonna have some open mana to use, especially in this turn 3 if we don't hit anything to play. That's a free 3 damage right there, potentially 4 if we pump it. All right, we hit another land. I wonder, can you pump twice? No, you can't pump twice. That would be pretty sweet. That'd be pretty sweet if we can endlessly pump it with all the mana we have, if we have no other plays to make. We do need a plains though. Come on, game. Plains. Don't do me like this. I'm trying to make a hot video here. Oh man, this has just been a lot. I'm surprised our opponent hasn't played anything, man. They're mono red, it looks like, apparently, and they don't have any 1, 2, or 3 drops. I find that a little hard to believe. Let's go! Haktos resolves, baby! Protection from 3. I really want to know what our opponent's doing right now, because they are going to die. They've just played land. I really want to know how well this deck would have done if they were mono red, you know, and they played creatures on tempo with their drops, but I guess we'll never know. I have a feeling we're going to see a scoop here. They're highlighting Haktos. Maybe they have a way to deal with it, but they need a card with 3 mana. Do they have it? Do they have the answer? Even if they have the answer, it's a little too late, I feel like, because we would just drop Kenrith anyways. We wouldn't be able to give it haste right away, but interesting. Very interesting. I think we're going to hold Kenrith up just because next turn we could play it and then give it haste right away. I think that's a better play, because if we put it out there, it's just going to be susceptible to, you know, removal, things like that. So Storm's Wrath, though, I didn't see that coming. Pretty solid. Wish I had a Fida's one right there. That'd been pretty funny. That'd been pretty lit. Litty forgetty. All right, opponent plays a dwarf, which is good. I don't have trample right now. But Kenrith here is going to go ahead and supply us with a quick haste. Quick haste to the face. Question is, can our opponent deal with it? You know, it's funny, we got Winota here, which is our main win con, but with Winota coming in with our 2 best humans already in hand, there's really no point of Winota. And opponent scoops. They scoop. They actually wouldn't have been able to block Haktos anyways, because it has protection from everything but 3, so that little token wouldn't have been able to block anyway. So GG's. I wonder what this is about, this little game summary, but hey, 100% win rate, let's go. All right, I'm gonna be real with you guys. I don't even know what game number we're on, because Magic the Gathering, I had to reopen and close it probably 39,000 million times, because that's a number. Don't fact check me. And now I got lost. I don't even know what's happening now. But anyways, this hand looks pretty gas. If I had... Pretty gas is what I said, by the way. If I had a mountain... But I don't, so... Can't mess around with that. This is pretty sweet. Yeah. Yeah. This is pretty sweet here. I like this setup. Alright. Ooh, 2 Selfless Saviors. Don't know if I like that too much, but that's fine. It's another trigger for Winota. Could be our turn 2 play. This makes me nervous. I don't like playing against this deck. Here comes the mill. Hopefully they don't hit any humans. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Actually, this is a better turn to play, I think. We'll stomp the yard on them in a second here. Let's go and swing in first, see what they play next turn. Then we stomp the yard. Ooh, that's annoying. That's annoying. But you know what's not annoying? This. We'll take that trade, I guess. Not ideal, but we'll take it. I really don't want this to die. We're probably... Oh, that's a good target. Okay. That's a good target. We really need to hit another land, though, just to make sure we hit our 4 for Winota. Otherwise, we're... There we go. I was gonna say, otherwise, we're not in good shape. Do they have a counterspell? Don't tell me it's Drown in the Lock. They don't have a Drown in the Lock, do they? They sure do. But of course they do. That's fine. They're on 3 cards already. They're going pretty quickly through this, and I mulliganed, and I still have 4, so we're fine. We're fine. We have a 3-drop and a 1-drop this next turn, and this gives indestructible, so at least we'll have a giant to swing in with, to do some work with. When Winota comes out, so. Are they gonna counter this too? Wow, they really are. Okay. They're on a roll here, huh? Can you counter this too? Oh yeah, can they really? Okay. They don't. And they're probably not worried about it, so they're probably gonna swing in, which is fine, because that'll give us a trigger for our Winota. That's frustrating, man. They're just eating me up here. They got 2 of my Intimidators. Are you kidding? Of course it's the Blood Chief. But of course it's the Blood Chief. Alright, well, we are officially, what I'd like to say, in trouble. Oh, what a find, what a find. We're gonna wait to play the land next turn. That way this actually gets pumped and can actually do something when I swing in. They need to draw something to remove it. If they don't, we're fine. We'll start hitting some triggers. We'll be looking good. Hopefully they pull the land. They did. Booyah. Time to turn this thing around. They swing in, no blocks. And now we get to work. Another Intimidator? Unreal. We're gonna need to get some Haktoses out of this pool. Let's go this. Let's go this. Swing in, get our value here. Where's our Haktos at? Where my Haktos at? Oh, it's fine. At least it's attacking. Attacking indestructible. We're definitely losing this race, by the way. I know you're probably wondering why I sent everybody. I was happy to leave my Winota back to block with, but it would have died to the Death Toucher anyways, so we kind of have to try it. You know, we have to go for a full send here. We're taking, 5, puts us at 2. I didn't expect them to draw a card that's going to refill their hand, though. That's super unfortunate. All right, so we gotta hope we hit everything in the kitchen sink here, huh? What could we use here? This time we leave Winota back. Ooh, that's pretty good. Let's play this. It's a blocker. We gotta get one of these two. How are we gonna do that though? I don't think there's a way we can do that. Is there? Is there a way we can grab one of those two with a card that's a human? Probably not. Our only hope was with the Skyclave Apprentice, but that's apparition, but that's not gonna happen. So let's just send it. I mean, send everybody, yeah. Hope we can pull this off. I really don't see a way we can, but Haktos would be the best thing possible. Oh god, it's another Winota. Unbelievable. And we just lose here. Unfortunate, guys. We couldn't win it all. Wish we could have. That would have been nice. Whew. Another long Magic the Gathering mishap of just not being able to get into a game. But we're here. We're back. Let's go. This should be the last game, I think, of this video. So hopefully it's a good one. Hopefully we don't lose like last game. That was unfortunate. All right, we got a good hand here, though. I quite like this a bit. This is probably going to be used as a land this game. We'll see. Oh, we're up against mono red. Big yikes. Big yikes, mono red. Do they want to swing into an Intimidator, though? Let's find out. They probably don't care. They probably care less. Or they got a Stompy Stomp. Okay, well, it's not looking great. But we do have an apparition, baby. Let's get it. We'll be taking that. We'll be taking that for now. Another one? Unbelievable. Who runs Acclaim the Firstborn in their mono red deck? What a mad lad. Let's just take their other robber. Because that's what we do. We steal things. Got in for our own little 2 there. That's nice. We could really use a Winota right now. That would be sweet. But we also need the mana to play it. So probably not as sweet as I thought. Oh, we didn't even play this as a land last turn. I am so silly. I am so silly. I'm still new to the dual lands, so bear with me, guys. Protection from anything but 4. Let's get it. We have plenty of bodies now to block with. I'd rather not sacrifice these 2 because then they're going to get 2/2 spirits out on the field, and that is not good. Are they going to swing in? Ooh, I was going to say, they're crazy. Winota would give me 2 triggers here. Is that worth it to give up these for 2 spirits? 2/2 spirits? Probably not great. I could fight as 1 on one of them. I wouldn't mind that, actually. Pay the 3, maybe? What if we whiff, though? You know? I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Okay. Did the game seriously just tap the wrong mana? I needed one of these on tapped. I just got Magic the Gathering. I just got Magic the Gathering. I can't believe that just happened. Well, we might as well play this now. Unbelievable. I was trying to play the fight as 1 so I could swing in with the Apprentice, getting a trigger for the Winota and getting an indestructible human. God, this game knows nothing. Sorry, guys. It's been a wild one today. I can't even believe they just did that, though. I shocked this in so specifically I could play Winota and leave open a white land, but I guess that makes sense. We had a 1-drop red in our hand. We should have been more careful. Let that be a lesson, everybody. All right, well, they drew into a Fervent Champion. Not great. Okay, so they plan on swinging here. I'm okay with that. I think. Let's find out. Am I okay with that? Gonna have to do that. Gonna have to do... Okay, well, this isn't actually as ideal as I thought it was. Do we take the 5? Damn. Do we take the 5? I don't want to take the 5. Yeah, can't take the 5, can we, huh? Man, that's a tough one. I thought we were going to come out of that a little bit better than we did. Super unfortunate. Super duper duper unfortunate. That's 4 damage coming in from the top ropes. This fight as 1 gives both of these 1. What do we do here? What do we do here? Please double block that. Okay. So you're saying that there's a chance. So you're saying there's a chance. Okay, now you leave the right mana open. Alright, we fight as 1 this, block this, indestructible. We don't die, hopefully depending on whatever that card is I just drew. And we win the game. Come on! Yes! Let's go, dude! Let's go! We win these, guys. We win these. I cannot believe we pulled that off. I was really worried there. I did not think we were going to win that one. GG's. All right. That is the deck. I hope you guys really enjoyed the gameplay footage today. We felt very, very good about this deck. I have almost 0 complaints about it. There are a few things that I would even honestly change about it. I might throw in one more Kenrith because we didn't get to see Kenrith in action too much. But if we do throw in another Kenrith, like I said before, I think the only thing that I would really want to change about this deck is the lands. I think we could use some more dual lands that help us trigger some more of Kenrith's abilities, because you never know when you're going to need them, and more options available is always a good thing. Also, the fight as 1 worked really, really well, but you could also switch that out for another 3-drop. Let me see here. What card am I thinking of here? Sorry, bear with me. Or is it a 2-drop? There's a card I'm thinking of. I don't know why the name isn't popping up at the top of my head, but it is. Oh, here we go. The Hollow Blade. This guy right here is pretty cool. He's a 2-drop. 3/1, and he has indestructibility. It's another really cool card that you could throw into the deck. Maybe take out the fight as 1s if you want more creatures to trigger, and you want to make sure that Winota actually hits more of her triggers and doesn't whiff like you saw me do a couple times. But for the most part, I think this deck is really fine-tuned. Let me know what you guys think. I know a lot of you guys are going to end up running this because, again, it's very popular right now. I think Roxy's is running it on his channel. So be sure to let me know what you think down below in the comments. Also, some things that you would change. Let me know if you have a better version that's running a little bit better for best of 1. I'd love to hear that. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel and you made it this far in the channel or in the video, please don't forget to subscribe. It really helps the channel grow, and we are on the road to 1,000, so I want to hit that as soon as possible. I love you guys. Thank you so much. And those of you who made it this far, special thank you from the bottom of my heart. You know I love you guys. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.